we are homeless, and we struggle every day to survive. And just share that with other people you see. Don't judge us, we're just here. Thank you very much.
The City of Harrisonburg is working to eliminate people living on the street. Today, city officials hosted a forum on homelessness. Meet Pops and Chops. They attended the forum. They shared with me what they thought about the meeting.
They talked about doing this and that, but they need to get everything started, Instead of just talking about it, they need to go ahead and get some action started. But it was already good, all in all, It wasn't a wasted time, but it was all right.
There was a lot of information, but it wasn't really directed for the homeless people to attend. I thought it was more of a fundraiser to try to get other people to contribute money to their charities. Now that's my outcome at this point in time, but it's only been a couple hours, so I haven't chewed everything over yet. I think they're on the right track and working on it like that, but I think that now we need to do a little less talk and a little more action.
The Homelessness Forum featured guest speakers and a panelist made up of service providers. The director of Strength in Peers, Reagan McManus, addressed the crowd and gave her personal testimony.
I have a diagnosis from doctors saying that I am a major depressive disorder individual and that I struggle with generalized anxiety. I don't think most people that meet me today would know anything about that unless I were to share it with them. We are here to say that you can rise up, that if we all work together and we communicate and we have conversations and we see people as human beings who are struggling with a story, we may be able to make some change.
Michael Wong is Harrisonburg Redevelopment and Housing Authority Executive Director. Wong gave an example of why homelessness exists.
It's a competition challenge between student housing and anyone's ability to find affordable housing, supply and demand issue, but also just the challenge to find affordable housing. Again, the last vulnerability studies over the last 5 years have indicated access to affordable housing is one of the key issues why people become homeless.
Shannon Porter is the Executive Director of Mercy House. Porter says the residents of Mercy House Shelter need transportation to find jobs.
We've got a significant problem in Harrisonburg right now with housing, and affordable housing, and homelessness. And it's important that our community understands that there's a problem in our community. There's a lot of poverty in Harrisonburg, and there's a lot of difficulty in getting people back into housing once they lose housing.
Former Harrisonburg Mayor Chris Jones acknowledged the city can help prevent homelessness.
Some people that have less, that includes not having a home. And so as a community, I think it's important for us to face that issue. And so as a current councilman, as someone who's seeking re-election, and whether I win or lose, that's not important. What's important is that our brothers and sisters and our neighbors are taken care of. So if we can help them through changing ordinances or changing policies or working with economic development, then I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of that discussion.
Sal Romero is the Family Community Engagement Coordinator for Harrisonburg City Schools.
Today's forum really gave me a good understanding of the support systems that we have in the city and the steps that are being taken forward in order for our families to have resources and supports and networks.
Romero says he's concerned some students are homeless.
We have a growing population of students who come to this country unaccompanied, right? And so oftentimes these students might be, approaching 18 years old. And oftentimes things don't go as well with their families that they come to join with. And they often happen to not have a place to go to. And so they will find a friend that will allow them to sleep with them in their couch. And so they go from home to home on a daily basis. And they come to us, but when they go home, we're not always necessarily sure where they're going to.
The Executive Director of Blue Ridge Legal Services, John Whitfield, says he is interested in how the law interacts with homelessness and evictions.
A national study called the Eviction Lab released data about every state in the country, including Virginia. And we were shocked to see that Virginia's eviction rate is twice the national average. And the top 10 cities with the highest eviction rates, 5 of those cities were in Virginia. So Virginia has a particular problem with evictions, and we need to figure out what that is.
Pops knows all too well how difficult it is to find a place to sleep at night.
Where are we going to find a place to lay down at? And that's getting kind of hard to do anymore. Well, everywhere we go, everybody leaves trash, beer bottles, liquor bottles, and everything. And no trespassing papers, so you know. They need to start doing something for the homeless. They really do.
In Harrisonburg, Elaine Rackley for Breaking Through News.